You probably clicked this while half bored, half scrolling. But what if boredom itself is the secret to creativity and even meaning? We live in a world addicted to motion, content, and noise. We treat stillness like failure. But the truth is, the moments when nothing's happening are the moments your brain does its most important work. Today, we'll talk about why you need to be bored, and how doing nothing might be the most productive thing you ever do. Every spare second, we reach for our phones, at red lights, in queues, before bed. We've trained our brains to avoid silence like it's danger. But boredom isn't a glitch. It's a signal. It's your mind saying, hey, your life's running low on meaning. And instead of listening, we drown it out. Here's what actually happens when you're bored. Your brain flips into a mode called the default mode network, or DMN, the system that activates when you stop focusing outward. It connects memories, goals, and random thoughts into new patterns. This network is where creativity and self-reflection are born. In 2014, psychologists Sandy Mann and Rebecca Cadman ran an experiment. One group copied numbers from a phone book for 15 minutes, pure boredom. Another group didn't. Afterward, everyone was asked to come up with creative uses for a plastic cup. The bored group generated far more ideas. And a study found that during undemanding tasks, the mind naturally drifts into autobiographical planning, thinking about the future, setting goals, connecting experiences. So when you're doing nothing, your brain isn't idle. It's quietly planning your next move. Think of your brain like this motorcycle. You can't redline forever. The engine needs to idle. When it does, things align quietly, the system resets. That's boredom. If you never let the engine cool, it overheats. You keep moving, but with no direction. That's how most of us live. Engines roaring, minds full of noise, no clear road ahead. Harvard professor Arthur Brooks says it clearly. You will have less meaning and be more depressed if you're never bored. Because boredom forces your brain's default mode network to confront the big questions, like who am I? What matters? What's next? But when you feel even slightly bored, you grab your phone. That tiny escape kills the silence, and the silence is where meaning lives. Brooks calls this the doom loop of meaning. Each swipe keeps you busy, but emptier. Psychologist Timothy Wilson proved this in a 2014 science study. He asked people to sit alone for 15 minutes in a quiet room. There was nothing to do except press a button that delivered a mild electric shock. 2/3 of men and a quarter of women chose to shock themselves rather than sit with their thoughts. We literally prefer pain to boredom, and constant digital stimulation makes this worse. A 2022 review in Trends in Cognitive Sciences found that heavy phone multitasking weakens sustained focus and DMN balance. It's like replacing high-octane fuel with sugar water. You move for a bit, then stall harder. But boredom isn't the enemy. It's the training ground. Take a ride with no destination, no music, no GPS, just you and the road. That's when ideas surface. Because when your brain stops chasing noise, it starts chasing meaning. Creativity doesn't happen under pressure. It happens in the quiet gaps between distractions. There's an ancient name for this mental idle: meditation. It's boredom with awareness. You sit still, remove stimulation, and the same brain network lights up. But instead of escaping it, you observe it. Neuroscientist Judson Brewer showed this in a 2011 study. Experienced meditators could regulate their default mode network more effectively than non-meditators. Meditation is simply training your brain to idle on purpose, calmly, clearly, without escape. Boredom isn't wasted time, it's maintenance. It's how your mind refuels between rides. Like a bike that runs smoother after a cool down, your thoughts run clearer after stillness. So next time your brain idles, don't grab your phone. Don't hit the throttle. Let it hum. That silence you're avoiding, that's where your next idea and maybe your next sense of purpose begins.